Today, take a look at this roof. We will be laying electrical pipes here. First, let me give you a full overview of the roof. There are 3 rooms, a dining space, a bathroom, and a kitchen. So, across this entire roof, we'll be installing the piping today. As you can see, some of the electrical boxes, baddies, have already been installed, and some are arranged in position. I'll show you how to install them, but first let me explain the layout. Here you can see a fan box in the center and 2 light points on both sides. That means the fan will be in the middle, and on both sides, there will be panel lights. This is for a small dining area. In the rooms, we have provided 2 fan points each. Now look at this. This is the main dining area, which is larger. Here we've provided 4 fan points, but no light boxes because a false ceiling will be installed later. Here you can see wall cutting has been done so that pipes can be taken down to the switchboards below. Now, in this room, notice how one fan box is slightly shifted toward the bed position. This helps ensure better airflow over to the bed. Another fan is placed centrally. In some places, you'll notice the boxes have gone below the rod level. That's because the height of the box is low. We'll fix this later by adding small rod supports and properly setting them. Now let me show you how we fix a light box. We use 4 nails, 1 on each side, and tie them with binding wire to secure the box. This prevents any movement when we insert pipes. Similarly, the fan box is also fixed using nails and binding wire. However, this is not the final fixing. We will reinforce it with additional rod pieces for better support. Now let's talk about the pipes. We are using Gagan Gold 5G pipes. First, we open the bundle and take out the pipes. Inside, there's also a coupon. Here you can see a 100 rupee coupon included. Next, we insert the pipe from the wall cutout and bring it to the fan box or light box. For example, from the wall where a tube light or AC will be installed, usually opposite the door, we bring a pipe to the fan box. Another pipe is taken from the switchboard location to the fan box. So each fan box is connected to the switchboard with 2 pipes. We also drop extra pipes toward other walls in the room. This allows flexibility for future points like bed lights or additional sockets. That means out of 4 walls, at least 3 walls have pipe provision. After laying the pipes, we tie them securely using binding wire to the reinforcement rods. This is very important so that the pipes don't move during concrete pouring and vibration. Especially near the fan boxes, the pipes must be tightly secured. If they come loose, it can cause serious issues later. let me explain the main line routing. The main supply line will come from the meter through this pipe and reach a DP, distribution point box. From there, it will go to the switchboards through wall cuttings. We've minimized pipe usage on the roof because much of the wiring will be done through the false ceiling later, especially in the dining area. In the large dining space, we've installed 4 fan boxes and connected them efficiently. For lighting, wiring will be done later through the false ceiling. In smaller dining areas and rooms, we've provided light points, fan points, and extra pipes toward windows for lighting. Bathrooms also have provisions for light points and switchboards, along with pipes toward windows if needed. Finally, let me show you the fan box fixing. Since the box height was low, we added small rod pieces underneath and tied them securely. This ensures the box is firmly fixed and won't move. We've applied this method to all fan boxes across the roof. This is the staircase area, and the rest are room sections. The entire pipe layout has been completed like this. Let me know in the comments how you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please share it and subscribe to the channel.